I mean, it's interesting. And that was the same thing. I'm going on the metro, lots of Mexican shirts around, but not just Mexican shirts. I've seen now, which I hadn't seen for the first few days, other nationalities, Germans, Argentinian shirts. So that is starting now to get that flavour that you get from other tournaments, where you're just feeling everyone coming together really to
loop. Let's go. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And I'm one and only Mr. Ed.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See That.
We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangster.
Baby. And if you don't know,
now you know.
And we also want you to know that the views expressed, ain't that something?
The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners.
Hey, so can we all just get along? What's going on, man? So these electoral cycles don't cause division. They only magnify the division that exists. That's my take.
But see, I wanted to say something on this, and I disagree with that, bro.
Okay.
I think that these elections cause divisions that get magnified through other elections.
Okay.
But like people take these grudges serious. We got a real community issue with letting go, right?
Okay.
People holding on to beefs from 20, 30 years ago. You know,
that's what I mean.
But that ain't
you already had the beef, and then the election just magnified the beef. Like, we ain't 20, 30 years ago. We 20, 30 years later, and you still got beef.
But it was
and you blaming the election for the cause.
But it was from an election.
Okay.
The beef was from the election.
Q.
He said the same thing you said.
He said the source was the election. And they just never let go.
They just never let go.
Because I said the elections don't cause.
I'm gonna say
he said it was caused by an election, and they just kept going with it.
Okay, I'm gonna say two things can be true at the same time. Some of this beef is election beef, but some of this beef is other beef. That you've seen, because I've seen groups that were. I don't know, because I'm not in the beef group. I can't tell you what you.
With them, but what's the beef?
I can't
Where's the beef?
Oh Lord, this is good morning.
I got some sleep last night.
Me too.
Okay.
So I can't tell you where to be, because you could see groups that were together and aligned and no longer aligned now.
Yeah.
And this one, and they were aligned for the last election.
That was fair with a friend.
No, but the beef didn't start with the election. So when you said,
and one of the particular beefs, it was in the comments. The beef started over somebody volunteering at an event, felt like they was disrespected by the person who put the event on, and now they ain't trying to see them or work with them until they apologize.
So okay then.
So that wasn't election beef.
That wasn't election beef, but now because of the election, now it's just being magnified. Because I posted about an election, and they got in the comments about something that wasn't election related. I got what the people say. Keep going on, and I can find it.
What I am finding out is that with all this stuff, this is making people bring out receipts.
Okay.
Right.
So I need to start keeping receipts, because I fall up and throw receipts away. I don't keep receipts.
But it's making people alienated from the process.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You know, we talking about insiders beefing and some pettiness, right?
Right.
Let's call it what it is.
It's some pettiness
that adults should be able to work through.
Yeah.
If we have the emotional and social intelligence that it take to do it.
Okay.
But what is the hurt comes from when you have people who are not involved running from the process because of it. Now they don't
because they don't want nothing to do with it. Yeah.
Listen, and then you try to y'all need to vote. See the people who didn't vote is to blame. Wait, hold on.
But the people who voted got all of the drama going on, and people who don't vote ain't part of the drama.
But I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Like if that's what people who vote do, I don't want you to be petty.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Usually who say that, they go and start looking. The drama brings people in. No, yes it do. This is
it gets attention, but it don't translate the votes.
No, that's why so many people voting in the part of this. That's why
but I'm just saying. No, but what it gives people again, it's a clickbait.
Okay.
That gets people in to at least get engaged.
Okay.
No,
it does. And so many people, are not. What and you said something. You don't see all these comments everywhere. I've never seen it. Listen, everybody who's writing something about the election and they are going in on these comments. And you come on, like Jabbar, you talking
about Facebook posts versus voting.
No, but I'm saying no. What did I say? Wait, pause. Did I say anything about voting?
You said it again.
Did I say? Brother John,
I was distracted a little bit, honestly.
Did I say anything about voting?
Did she say?
No, I said it gets people engaged, and it does.
We talking about.
It gets them engaged in conversation, but that engagement in conversation in comments does not translate into
not all, but some of them will.
You think people who haven't voted saw these comments and be like, you know what? I think this gonna make me go vote.
No, but the do is get them. They start going down a rabbit hole and start researching stuff.
No.
Okay.
But the stuff they research, they not researching candidates. They researching who she is. I wonder what she know about. I wonder what
they're researching
the origin story for the beat.
Receipt. But no, I'm gonna tell you. I don't heard this, right? People explicitly talk about the messiness.
Yeah.
They explicitly talk about the back and forth and the backstabbing.
And the division and all of the stuff.
Listen, oh man, I ain't getting in that mess because I ain't trying to have them stab me in the back. I'm trying to run my business. I'm trying to whatever they trying to do in their mind. A lot of this pettiness repels them from getting involved with the voting process.
Good morning, Shana. Good morning, Tiffany.
Petty and messiness will make you not want to be involved in church. I hear that.
That's true. Now you're That's true.
But what
so what we do? Hold on, we're gonna start tracking. Okay, that's one agreement. That's another agreement. Oh, we don't agree on that.
But what happened? But usually when you what happens is when I hear people like say, "Oh, I'm not doing the pettiness with the church," then they be like, "I'm not volunteering," but they still take their tails to church.
So
you know what I mean? So they still go to church or they change a church. So what happened is that the engagement, like I ain't finna work on nobody campaign. I ain't finna be out here rah.
But I'm still gonna vote.
I'm still gonna vote.
Mr. Edmond, your hand was raised.
Yes, I sincerely disagree. I think the epidemic that we got with the lack of engagement, especially from the young people and specifically Black young people and Black entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
If you look at the pool of engagement, we're missing our whole investor class.
Yeah.
Like our biggest investors and our biggest people, they're not involved with this mess.
Shayna says, messiness makes me not want to be involved, period. No matter what. And I think that's most people. But Shayna, I want to ask you this. And so when you say messiness makes me not want to be involved, period, no matter what it is, we're talking about the electoral process, electoral politics, the pettiness that's going on by people who are super voters and organizing this. So when you say not be involved, period, does that mean that now you're not going to go vote or you're not participating in the electoral process, or are you just not participating in these efforts? Because that's what Q was saying. People would still go vote, but they just may not volunteer.
So let me say this: knowing Shayna's personality,
she could put it in the comments.
Oh, go ahead.
And let's see if you're right. Go ahead.
Go.
Knowing her personality.
No, because I don't want to say it, and then she.
See, I saved you.
But I can almost guess her
where's
answer.
she gonna be at with this thing?
I can just knowing her personality.
Wow.
Because she has a zero tolerance personality.
A lot of people do.
Okay.
No, a lot of people don't.
No, people tolerate a lot.
A lot of people don't. But I'm just saying.
If you
petty and messiness. Are you ever on Facebook? No. Petty and messiness is what thrives.
But you gauging.
No, I'm just.
You gauging social media engagement versus real world engagement. And they're two different things. I can get on a post and write a dissertation and get outside and not pay attention to the person I just wrote it about. You get
and vice versa. But I'm talking about engagement.
I didn't Facebook and see in real life and don't even recognize.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Two things
I can't even put a number on that for myself.
But
I know exactly what.
Completely different.
Yeah.
So I'm not disagreeing.
People be mad with you on Facebook and don't know you for real.
But what I'm saying is I'm not disagreeing. So that's not my disagreement.
Okay.
Like we're all on the same page with that. But what I'm saying is it start the conversation.
Okay. And Qiana still didn't answer the question directly. She said, I just can't stand drama or chaos. So I'll be out of it. We talking about electoral process.
Yeah, no, she'll be out of it all. Like
so
I said,
you won't go vote either?
She won't.
Qiana won't go vote?
Qiana has like a zero tolerance personality.
Okay.
So that's kind of what she is like. Okay. And then she stand like it's kind of hard to kind of
Tiffany, what's good? So Tiffany, does the drama that you see in the political process, does it cause you not to go vote?
Listen, the proof is in the pudding, right? Just look at the black voter engagement. It is impacted by this messiness. Mm-hmm. It's impacted by the backstabbing and the backbiting, especially local politics, right? Because if you look at local politics, those are the lowest black turnout elections. Remember when we got started, Brother John, it was 12%.
Yeah,
black voter.
That's when you came up with the idea to do clubs, because you was like, man, there's more people at the club than voted in the last election. Yeah. And he was like, man, if I go to the line in them clubs, I see people who are registered, who could be registered voters.
The majority, and this
we had to argue to get them to get another.
But this was my dissertation on that. I used to work at a club, right? Mm-hmm. And one night I was talking with the owner and they did like 4,000-5,000 people.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And I went home that night and watched the election turnouts.
Okay.
And some of the election turnouts, some of the people, I think this was like Terra Verde or one of them places we was living at, right? Mm-hmm. And the mayor was elected with 4,000 votes. Mm-hmm. 3,000 votes. And I said, wait, hold on, man. I was just at the club, man.
He just said he had more people than that.
And at this particular club, this wasn't a hood club. Like, don't get me wrong, hood people was there. Yeah. But this wasn't a hood club. So I'm thinking that like the majority of these people in there all could have voted.
Yeah.
All of them. And guess what? Nobody turned out for them. And nobody talked to these people. And then guess what? These little local elections, 1,500, 2,000 votes, 5,000 votes.
Yep.
That's when I said, hey, man, we can have an impact, bro.
Yep.
We can come in and we can just talk to our people and we can have an impact. And we did.
And we did. Yeah. God blessed us, man. For real. So Tiffany
go ahead. It's about the sauce, right?
Yeah. Tiffany said, not at all. I will always vote. That's what folks want. They want us against each other, so we don't vote.
Yeah.
Qiana also said, "Oh, I'll vote. I just can't." And I tried to say that in my Qiana. You heard me. Oh, I'll vote. I just can't engage in things. Yeah, you see what I did. I just can't engage in things that create and promote chaos. It's all a distraction. I'm just saying. Yeah, and so I think, but people who've made up their mind to vote are going to vote regardless.
And people who don't want to vote, they're looking for a reason not to vote.
And the messiness and the pettiness
and now,
would probably cause them not to do it.
But see, it's a lot
Gotta
of
be
gray.
That reason.
But there's a lot of gray in there, right?
Okay.
So there is a lot of gray in there because there's people who won't vote for the two messy teams and look at other teams that's not messy. They will. If you want to vote, listen, if you want to vote, you're going to go and vote.
Yeah.
If you're looking for anytime you're looking for a reason not to vote, you're gonna find a reason out.
But see what you're doing, that's a caveat that you put in.
I'm saying real life. I'm real life. I'm not in.
He said that was a caveat you putting in there. Keep going. Because we were talking about cutting each other off. So I'm just trying to be mindful of that. We talk once.
Because I was talking.
Now you totally gonna forget the point though. Now,
but go. It don't matter. Go ahead.
It don't matter.
See, I'm not picky. Let me spell my name out for you. It's Ricky.
No. Hey, listen. So all I was saying, and the point that I was making, is that I'm not talking about people who's going to vote. We're talking about the people who we're trying to get engaged.
Okay.
Right? We're talking about the people who we're trying to get engaged, the people who we're trying to pull in, who may have voted once, may have voted twice. Not the people who said, okay, I'm going to vote. I just ain't with that. No, because the reality is,
I hear you.
It is more people not involved. And the messiness is not getting them involved. And that's what I was talking about.
Got it. All right. So I asked the question.
So before go ahead. Go. What's the question? No.
I asked the question.
Because we're probably thinking the same thing.
I asked the question on a Facebook post. I said, why wasn't Jim Large at the NAACP mayoral debate?
No, that's why I was Listen.
I asked the question, why wasn't Jim Large at the mayoral debate? Here's what the people say. What the people say, brought to you by yourbrotherjohn.com.
Who is Mayor Large first? I mean,
he's not a mayor.
Chief Large is a mayoral candidate. He's a former fire chief.
Okay.
Chief Large did not attend the NAACP mayoral debate, and that absence became almost as big a story as the debate itself, according to this particular article.
Oh, okay.
According to comments and reporting shared in the discussion, Large said he chose not to participate because of previous comments made by NAACP President Esther Sani after he announced his candidacy and said he would participate in other debates. So some people said he had every right not to go. Many of the supporters said the event would not have been fair and impartial. There were credibility concerns with the organizers. A candidate should not have to walk into what they perceive as a hostile environment, and there will be other debates where voters can hear him. So this is one of the sentiments. And so the theme for that particular sentiment was that he can wait for a neutral forum.
Okay, so
what y'all say?
I'm going to say, from this one, he can't have my vote.
Okay, because he didn't show up?
One is because you're not going to like everybody in this city. If Madam President is still the president, you still gonna have to do work with the NAACP. So are you just gonna ignore the NAACP because you don't like the president there?
There we go.
So then how are you going to govern the city when you're already governing by your pride and saying, I ain't gonna do it? So no, we already talked about it. We don't have to agree. We don't have to like each other, but we got to work with each other.
Yeah.
And you're not always going to be in comfortable situations as the mayor. So if a forum of 125 people made you uncomfortable enough that you can't show up to tell your platform, you cannot run this city.
If I was the campaign manager for his campaign, I probably would have told him not to go too.
Okay, because that's what he said. He said his team told him not to go.
I'm here for this, man.
Okay.
And the reason I would have did that is because
you would have been off my list too.
But that's cool. But the reality is you don't set yourself up for failure.
Okay.
So and if you look at the outcome of it, a lot of people felt that they set themselves up for failure.
No.
Right? Well, now you can earn votes, you can do this, you can do that. But the reality is, when you trying to be intentional about your campaign, you're gonna be intentional about the forums you attend. You're gonna be intentional about the places you go, and then some people is gonna get to know I'm not gonna be there. And so right now the KKK have a forum. Everybody need to show up. No, because I'm not with.
But we not invited to their forums though, and we know that they don't serve everybody.
No, but what I'm saying is,
I think that might not have been the best analogy.
Yeah, in the city are KKK members, and you got to govern for them.
But when this is what I'm saying. If I invite you, if you're running, if you're trying to get a job, right? You're a candidate to try and apply for a job. And I say, we're inviting all of the candidates to come in and tell us why you should be, why we should vote for you to get this job. And so when we invite everybody to come and you say your reason for not coming is because you got a problem with me.
That's a problem, not the organization. You got a problem with me. And then to use KKK, the NAACP ain't hanging not one person.
I said
no.
Hey, but he might feel like they the KKK.
No, stop it.
I mean, some people don't like. You hear the DEI conversations, how they trying to stop all of the stuff. He might be one of them
but the reason I
people.
push it so far to the edge like that is because we are on different spectrums.
Yeah,
right. We feel.
And I saw his post in his comments, and in his comment section on his post, they was like, "Yeah, you right."
And you want me to tell you another thing? I saw his comment, and he only let his followers comment. I tried to follow. He don't even let nobody else comment on his post. So again, he cannot get my
Come on, Chief.
You want to talk about fairness? You're already excluding people who don't agree. Tito would know.
Chief.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Chief.
No, and no again.
I tried to be the advocate for the devil.
Oh my God,
that ain't work. My double advocacy
did not work. But we do have other sides, and we'll talk about the other sides of it. Because the other side of that was, if you want to be my mayor, you need to show up. And then there was a third perspective that emerged. But if y'all want to get that third perspective, you got to stick around. We'll talk about it after the break.
Share. Like and share the page. We can go in. Y'all guaranteed to love.
And they say he's no longer the chief either. He's
okay.
Jim Lord.
Okay, Jim Lord. Oh, okay, got you. Okay, yeah, because we keep saying chief, but he ain't the chief. Shout out to the chief, Keith. Chief Keith.
All right, we do gotta take a break, but I'm telling you, we're coming back. Y'all couldn't see that we're hot and swinging.
Yeah, it's Freestyle Friday.
It's Freestyle Friday, and we got some because we want to talk about Corey.
Oh yeah, I got the proclamation. I got the proclamation that Councilman was giving.
We got teen takeovers that we're talking about. Carmelo Anthony mama standing on business.
Came out saying what?
Y'all stop slandering her. And then and her family, because we ain't doing this. So no. So yeah, and we're gonna talk more about this race. So yes, stick and stay. We'll be back. Tag a friend, tell a friend, and we might have a guest.
Amen.
Bing.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking exactly why 2026 is, without a doubt, the absolute most consequential year in St. Petersburg's modern history. We're looking at a definitively transformative 18-month window where foundational decisions on our leadership, our urban core, and climate resilience are all literally colliding at once. Honestly, I want you to picture the ultimate chaotic juggling act. Imagine a frantic resident trying to balance a massive baseball stadium, a swirling storm cloud, and a giant tax bill. Because, well, that's exactly what voters are facing right now. We aren't just picking a mayor this cycle. No, we are voting on the literal physical and financial future of the Sunshine City for the next 50 years. Okay, here's our quick roadmap for today. First, the 2026 St. Pete Crucible. Then, that billion-dollar baseball deal. Third, we'll hit the $600 million climate question. Fourth, taxes and municipal power. And finally, number 5, your actual 2026 action plan.
All right, let's jump right into part 1, the 2026 St. Pete Crucible. This is that definitively transformative 18-month window.
So, for residents, these are the absolute critical deadlines you need to circle on your calendar right now. Your window for shaping the city really kicks off with the candidate qualifying deadline on May 29th. From there, we're sprinting straight into the August 18th primary election. And if no one secures a clear majority, the whole thing culminates in the monumental November 3rd general election. These dates are the exact focal points where all these massive local issues are going to be decided. Looking at the board, we've got a pretty crowded executive contest. And just to be clear, we aren't endorsing anyone here, just neutrally looking at the options. We have incumbent Mayor Ken Welch, whose platform is deeply tied to his 86-acre redevelopment plan and a massive climate bond. But he's facing formidable challengers. You've got former Governor Charlie Crist, who obviously brings huge name recognition, and current City Council member Brandy Gabbard, who's been fiercely critical of exactly how infrastructure spending is being distributed across different districts. The political stakes for residents here? Yeah, they couldn't be higher.
Moving into part 2, the billion-dollar baseball deal. This is the historic gas plant versus the Tampa pitch.
Now, there is a fascinating dual-track race happening right now. In St. Pete, the city is actively selecting developers this May for the historic gas plant district. This is an 86-acre site that represents the largest redevelopment opportunity in the entire region, especially with the Tropicana Field lease expiring soon. But meanwhile, right across the bay, Tampa is debating a $2.3 billion ballpark proposal for the Rays over at the Hillsborough Community College campus, and they are racing toward a June 1st deadline for binding agreements. But the absolutely crucial point here is this staggering number, $1.065 billion. That's the proposed public contribution the Rays are asking for from Hillsborough County and the city of Tampa to make their new stadium a reality. It's a massive funding stack that relies heavily on tourist development taxes and community investment tax dollars. And as you might expect, it has sparked some fierce cross-party debate.
And this quote perfectly captures the exact tension voters and officials are wrestling with. Tampa City Council member Bill Carlson says he's fiscally conservative and wants to make sure public money is used wisely, but he also acknowledges the stadium would go in a place that could really use the development. It's kind of the ultimate municipal dilemma, right? Is it a billion-dollar public giveaway, or is it a transformative anchor for mixed-use development? Okay, shifting gears to part 3, the $600 million climate question, also known as the St. Pete Agile Resilience Bond. Look, recent hurricanes like Helene and Milton completely exposed the vulnerabilities in St. Pete's aging infrastructure. Right now, the city uses a pay-as-you-go approach funded strictly by utility fees. The problem? That's going to take until 2050 to finish necessary upgrades, carrying a huge risk of inflation and delays. So, officials are proposing a general obligation or GEO-bond to front-load $600 million right now. This would accelerate 5 years of projects to harden the city's stormwater and sewer systems. Let's translate this massive bond directly to your kitchen table. If voters approve the bond, the cost gets distributed across property taxes, adding an estimated $96 annually per $100,000 of taxable property value. But if the bond fails and the city tries to accelerate these projects through the existing model, households could face a staggering $486 hike in their utility rates.
But this definitely isn't an easy sell. Councilmember Mike Harding raises a really fascinating philosophical question. How do we go through that process of how resilient is too resilient? When you spend millions hardening one single water plant so it doesn't shut down for 12 hours, well, that's money you can't spend anywhere else. Plus, candidates like Brandy Gabbard are pointing out that these proposed projects aren't evenly distributed across the city's districts. So it's this massive debate over equity and economic timing.
All right, diving into part 4, taxes and municipal power. We're talking fiscal squeezes and the Duke Energy expiration.
While the city is considering taking on $600 million in bond debt, they are simultaneously facing a huge state-level threat. Looming state legislation, specifically House Bill 201, threatens to completely eliminate non-school property taxes on homesteaded properties. If that passes, St. Pete's revenue would plummet by $140 million. To put that in perspective, after paying for police and fire, the city would have barely anything left over to split among parks, recreation, and community enrichment. And at the exact same time, the city's 30-year franchise agreement with Duke Energy expires in August 2026. Because of this, St. Pete is currently studying whether it's feasible to officially break up with Duke entirely and create its own municipal electric utility, essentially a city-owned public utility that provides electricity directly to residents to try and gain control over rates, grid resilience, and renewable energy goals. Okay, bringing it all home with Part 5, your 2026 action plan. Let's look at key deadlines and advocacy points. Your voice is absolutely the deciding factor in all of this. So, here's your action plan. Step 1, track the Community Benefits Advisory Council, or CBAC, committee selections this May, because they are going to advise on that massive gas plant district. Step 2, keep a close eye on Tampa's June 1st stadium deadline, as that will ripple across the entire Bay. And Step 3, definitely the most important, show up and vote in the August 18th primary and the November 3rd general election. With all these massive, definitive municipal forces colliding in this single 18-month window, the ultimate question is, how will you step up to shape the future of St. Petersburg? Between a redefined downtown, a $600 million climate bond, and looming state tax cuts, will it be a city crippled by fiscal austerity or a modernized, resilient hub of the Gulf Coast? The power is quite literally on your ballot. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep asking questions, stay informed, and definitely get ready for 2026.
Clearly etched on his face, unquote. Dr. Kusama.
We back?
We're back.
We're back. We're back. We're back and we're black. We're back. We're back. We're back and we're black.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAT.
CDAT.
We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
Get it gangster.
baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know. Now you know. And I think we really got to do this for
The
real.
Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carrot Festa Radio. 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners.
that feel good.
That feel real good. What's good? Roll call. Nishia, Charlie Funk, I see you. Valerie, thank you for tapping in. Janet Michelle, good morning. Sharonda, good morning. Y'all present and accounted for. Shayna, I see you. Thank you. Councilmember Gabbard, thank you for being here. Also, I think I skipped somebody. Carrie St. Pete.
Carrie.
Roll call. Appreciate you. Miss Teresa, you out there? Where you at? Fancy Nancy, I see you. Thank you. Yubi, where y'all at? Hey, man. All right, the meeting has started and we here.
Yeah.
So I want to say big shouts out to all our persistent and consistent listeners.
Yeah,
right?
They're not listeners no more.
What it is?
They're members.
They're
members of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. See, most people think that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is just us, but the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is all of us.
We got a nice little family around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why.
And
That's right.
We do need to do membership cards. We talk about this. Here we go.
That's right.
Here we go.
Brainstorming on the air.
But we don't know. But we want to change it, like, because it is kind of like a family. Because like we call more than members. Because we get
member owners, member families.
All right.
Yeah.
Family members.
So put it in the chat. Help us. But it's definitely not just listeners, because I mean the engagement, the support, and all the things that we get.
And really they come in, they really do. Because I done called like that morning.
Okay.
I done called in the morning and I done had a co-host come in. We said you be putting in the chat. Somebody, Charlie Funk, come in there. Like, it's just so much.
Can you hear me?
It is.
So we appreciate y'all. And if y'all see, we do have a guest in the building.
We do. A family member.
Push, pull your mic in.
There you go. Yep.
So go ahead, introduce yourself for the people who may not know you.
Okay, hey everybody, I'm KK Smith. I am the founder of the Rise and Thrive Foundation, where we exist to disrupt the effects of generational instability from life and health disparities in our community.
Rise and Thrive.
Right, Rise and Thrive. Definitely
and
like that.
I've been seeing y'all stuff. So I didn't know that you was behind it, but I think I seen the podcast or the flyer for it. So yeah, good work.
Amazing. And you had to talk about an event that you have coming up.
Yes. Thank you all for having me. So we have an event called Daddy Meat and Coffee coming up next Saturday, June 20th. It's at the President Barack Obama Library from 1 to 4 for fathers. And we're going to have education for dads. We're going to have speakers and a lot of resources that dads need to overcome life and health disparities in our community.
Coffee with dad.
Coffee with dads. I love that. Marilyn, I see you. Thank you.
Oh, Dad and Me Coffee. I mess up a name.
No, I like that though. That's like coffee with a cop, but coffee with a dad.
Yeah.
And I'm glad because so many people talk about dads.
Yeah.
Dads don't get the love.
I knew. Look, I just looked over there at Q because I was waiting for that reaction and the deep exhale. And this is the part of the segment when she talk about how she tried to do stuff for dads.
I wasn't even gonna say that this time because I sound like no.
We won a trip to Mexico.
That he didn't go to.
Okay.
No, I didn't go.
But no, not even that.
But you had the
I've been
opportunity.
seeing a lot of stuff around for dads, like the blazing brunch. They telling it's on Father's Day. They like, dads, bring your dads out there. Like, I done seen a lot of different stuff that's inviting for fathers that's trying to do it. Like,
thank you.
You know, but
so fathers, are y'all participating in these things?
No. I mean, yeah.
See,
so the space is created, but you saying that they're not showing up, but we are. So tell us more about the inspiration behind it. What made you want to do this?
Okay, so the inspiration behind the Rise and Thrive Foundation, first it was Wanda's wish, and Wanda Simpson was my mom. My mom had over 9 different health expressions. She passed away on Martin Luther King Day on 2018 from cancer, kidney failure, congestive heart failure, and the list goes on. So these things expressed in her body from childhood trauma. So her wish was to have comfort bags for patients, cancer, kidney failure patients. So we did that on her birthday that year. We started a giving campaign called Wanda's Wish.
Okay.
So
today
we delivered over 800 care bags in her name to chronically ill patients. Now we shifted to Rise and Thrive for education in the community. But my inspiration for this is my dad. My dad had a lot of life disparities, educational disparities. He was 27 years old. He had dyslexia.
Okay.
And he took 3 little girls to college. He took us to FAMU with him. He took us to FAMU, and when he was there, he had so many struggles. He had struggles with who's going to keep us, who's going to how is he going to navigate his dream of becoming a counselor?
Mm-hmm.
And he eventually got his master's degree in counseling. He built a program, first learning disability program at FAMU, and he just overcame a lot. So when I talk about life and health disparities, this path chose me. I tell a lot of people from my parents, it chose me. And so we just want to uplift dads. We want to uplift the struggles that dads go through as well.
Mm-hmm.
We often talk about moms, but dads go through struggles as well. And I know because I was raised by my dad.
I was going to say that because I was going to say,
because we don't hear that side of the story a lot of the times. Yeah. Very rarely.
Thank you.
Almost never though. Almost never though.
But and the reason it's important is because when we want to bring the family unit back and we want to bring the village back, a lot of times we forget about the father. We forget about the black man as a part of the village, even though it's almost like, oh, we mean you two.
Yes.
Like a second thought. But
can I say something? Go ahead. Because is it that you're not looking for it? Because you know how like we talk about the Father's Day, and I've seen a lot of Father's Day events, and the father's like, ain't nothing for us. So are you not looking for it? Because I hear a lot of like, I got this post about like, tell a black man what you love about them, and black women chimed in, and then I like, oh, nobody loves you, and I'm like, no, it's a lot of us out here, right, and so like you're looking like, because you're intentionally not looking for the love, you only finding where the negativity coming from, so you don't think that it's there.
So
trauma, it might be an unaddressed trauma.
I think it is.
Yeah, it might be trauma that we ain't dealing with.
Yeah, right. And I tell you, we talked about this before we started this morning too. I'm learning how to like appreciate the moments, right? And really sit in these moments. And so it's like, yeah, okay. When you invite us to those things, I ain't gonna say it.
No, say it.
A lot of times with fathers, the things that y'all do for us, we pay for. And so it's like, okay, like you sponsoring and you paying for this, like I'm paying for my own thing. You invite me to show up and come to it, and it's like, it's cool. And my challenge is like knowing this is a good moment without thinking about the next moment. Because while we sitting here, you celebrating me, I'm thinking like, okay, now I got to make sure that this happened. And so you have those moments, but being able to stop and pause and really enjoy the moment takes practice when you're an active person and you have a lot of responsibilities is what's coming up for me in this moment.
I can see that, but like what's coming up for me is that because the narrative has been told so many times that nobody does anything, so you automatically think that's true. That's like when we say that black dads are horrible, and we know that's not true, but because
the whole world,
right? But when you say it, you know what I mean. But we know that's not true. But people run with that narrative because that's what you've been told, and so now we run with the narrative that we don't do nothing for dads, or you know what I mean, or the dads are excluded, and that's not true.
And so we're gonna stop saying that. That's the new rule.
Yes,
we no longer can say, or we will no longer contribute to the narrative that nobody does anything for dads.
Maybe after Father's Day, I'm gonna see.
Okay.
Control study.
Oh Lord!
It's a control study.
He won't let go of the trauma.
Cautiously optimistic. Caller, you on there? We're talking about Father's Day.
Yeah, Grand Rising. It's Miss B, the job coach.
Hold on, somebody else.
What I want to add is a personal story. When I was even separated from my now ex-husband, and it was his 50th birthday, and his friends, I wanted them to have a party for him. It was a milestone for him. And I came in, set up the party, invited all the people and everything, but I did not choose to stay. And they were surprised that I did that. I paid for everything, set up the food, everything. So even when families are not completely together, I think some of us women need to continue to support those fathers because, like you said, the fathers don't get, and a lot of times, John said it, they pay for it. I paid for everything. And his friends were just befuddled and confused. And I said, that's still their father who is celebrating a huge milestone in his life. in the beginning, he wasn't a great guy, years ago. And to live to see 50 was a big deal. And I think we need to celebrate more of those men that make it to 50, make those changes, turn the curve, and seek to be good fathers.
Amen. Thank you so much for calling. Coach D, baby. So if you're just tuning in, we have Kay Smith from the Rise and Thrive Foundation.
Yes.
Right. And talking about this upcoming Father's Day event. And that led us into this conversation about how the dominant narrative is that people don't do stuff for fathers. Right. And you here to prove us wrong. And tell us more about the event. And so, like, what can fathers, when they show up, what can fathers expect? Like, do we need to dress up and all of that kind of stuff?
This is a casual event.
Okay.
And it is absolutely free lunch. And the first 20 dads are going to get a gift. So I can't wait to see the first 20 dads. And it's going to be a lot of resources and information for dads, things that you never knew about. Come out and enjoy an afternoon of connection, of bonding with your kids. Bring your dad, your uncle, your brother.
Your granddaddy.
Your granddaddy.
Yeah.
Your friend next door.
Your mentor, a mentor that you had in your life. We just want to uplift dads, and we really want to bring awareness to life and health disparities in our community around fatherhood.
Now I hear that. I'm looking at your website, and you really like run the gamut on like support and resources for the community. You have stuff for caregivers, the parenting program, workshops, volunteers. Like you kind of got it going on over here a little bit there.
And thank you. And my inspiration again were my parents. Generational instability in our community is real.
Yes.
Whether it's from life, whether it's from health, whether it's from resources that we don't know about, that we need, our children need. So we are very passionate about generational stability and also trauma in our community. So we have a whole plethora of programs for everybody in the family. There's something for everyone. We have the Beauty of Business, where we teach business skills, hands-on entrepreneurship skills, to strengthen financial wellness in our community as well. So come out and you'll learn so much about our programs and different other resources in the community.
Can you put the website in the chat, please?
Yeah, I got it right here. I'll put it in.
I'm just reading the comments that I can't read.
That's what the people say. Yeah.
Because most of this is real blurry.
Okay.
And yes, and I want to thank you because the fathers need this type of thing. And I'm going to try to come.
Yeah.
And you want me to tell you, I think in our community, because it's hard, and tell me, I'm not a black man, but y'all know I'm an advocate for black men. Y'all know I love y'all.
You know a few black guys.
I know a few.
Just a few.
It's hard for y'all to accept stuff. It's really
trauma. That's more trauma.
It's really.
Yeah. Okay. I hear it.
Like you give right. You be like, it makes you feel all, because you feel warm and fuzzy and make you feel uncomfortable.
You know what?
You gotta
think about that. Let me sit with that for a minute.
You might have something there.
Let me sit with it for a minute. I'm learning. Not to just be.
I ain't gonna push back.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna push back.
Oh, Lord.
You just had a breakthrough right there. That was a breakthrough moment. Live on there. You saw it here first, folks. And then so date, time, location is Daddy and Me. Coffee. I'm waiting on it to load so I can finish reading it. But
from 1 to 4.
From 1 to 4. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
At the Obama
at
Library.
The President Barack Obama Library.
You straighten that every time we.
President Barack Obama Library. Yeah. No, it kind of matters to some. Next Saturday. So it's Saturday, June 20th. And what to expect: coffee and conversations, fatherhood and family connections, community partnerships, healing from the inside out, as well as resources for dad. One of the things I saw on your website was like how you cultivate generational bonds.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the work that you're doing, and what are some things that we can do as a community to help cultivate some of these generational bonds?
So one of the things that I feel that will cultivate generational bonds is eradicating, getting rid of old mindsets. Mindsets in our communities, like you said, with men, right? Men are supposed to appear hard. It's okay for men to be vulnerable. It's okay for men to cry, express their feelings. And we've been taught a lot of times with these generational patterns and mindsets that we cannot be certain ways in our families, in our communities, whatever those ways are for individual families that's been passed down.
Okay.
So with Rising, thriving from the inside out, we exist to disrupt those patterns and get education and preventative services and resources to individuals to disrupt everything that keeps them in the pattern, that keeps them in the loop. Whether that loop is from trauma, whether that loop is from misinformation, whether that loop is from not having enough financially. So we exist for the whole family.
Yeah.
There's something for everybody in our website, in our programs. And 2 of our programs are year-round. It's Parenting, Rising Well Parenting Program, and the Caregivers and Coffee Program.
I like that.
Caregivers and coffee.
Yes.
I'm going to have all my kids meet me at the Obama Library next Saturday.
Yes.
Y'all meet us there. Don't beat us there. Oh, we can beat us there and meet us there.
No, that's what's
1
up.
o'clock next Saturday.
And Caregivers and Coffee says it's a supportive space for caregivers who are burned out, stressed, and carrying a lot. Tell us about that.
So Caregivers and Coffee, this is a program that we meet every month, and we're going to start meeting twice a month. And we meet every month for burnt out caregivers. There are so many caregivers that are burnt out, whether you're taking care of your children, your mom, your dad, your aunt. There are so many underserved caregivers in our community. And this program, it's been really, really helping a lot of people. So if you want to sign up there, we'll have an opportunity to sign up at the.
This is really good stuff, man.
And then being a caregiver is not for the weak.
This is really good.
It's not for the weak.
Yeah. Parent caregivers, for the parent who pours out daily and needs a moment poured back in, because caring for them shouldn't mean losing you.
And a lot of times it does. Like I have a client that like I just got, because I'm a caregiver, and I take care of my family too, but outside of that, my regular smuggler, like I have a client where like the brother just got his brother and his mama. His mama got dementia. His brother has a disability. And for 6 months, he been in the house with them. With no break. Right. And now I done came in and now he want to overload me with everything. But I understand because
he finally gets some relief.
Him and his wife ain't been able to go out, do nothing, just to take a breath, because it's a 24-hour thing. You got somebody that's dementia, you know what I mean? And you got somebody else that's on the other end that's, and you want to take care of them and you don't have time for yourself. So you really do need that break.
Yes. That woosah.
The woosah. You do. That's true.
Everybody need reset.
Yeah, and that sounds like that's why you're doing it more often, right?
Yes. And all of this was cultivated from my life experience. So my mom, when she was sick, my sister's a nurse. So she was a primary caregiver. I would come over there. Her grandkids were over there. But it was such a 24-hour care. And so we learned that caregiving is not easy. And there are so many things that people need when they are going through things. And not only medical things, but mentally. So, caregiving is one of the things in our community that causes burnout. So we want to be there for the caregivers.
And anger.
I love that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Anger. Because resentment. Yeah. You get mad at everybody. I was the only one that was that. What was y'all? Right.
So
I just bit my tongue. That's all. I hit it. And so approach another part of the work that you're doing is approaching parenting with self-awareness and healthy boundaries.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so parenting is sometimes, especially when you don't have the tools. When you don't have the tools for parenting, sometimes you can end up in trouble. Sometimes you can end up, in regret. And so we want to give parents tools for change. And that's why we started the Rising Well Parenting Program to disrupt the disparity of generational behaviors and maladaptive behaviors. Because sometimes we could be parenting, but we're not parenting correctly. We're just parenting from what we saw in the last.
Okay.
So
No, I hear that parenting from what we saw. Tell me about this healthy boundaries piece of it. What is that?
So healthy boundaries. So a lot of times, I give one example of parenting without boundaries. So sometimes when you have no boundaries in parenting, then that child becomes a teenager. Now you want to create boundaries, but it's too late.
Okay.
You should have created that boundary when they were little.
Okay.
When they were just out of the womb, you should have started creating boundaries.
Okay, I got you.
The other day, our grandbaby was over, and my husband was like, don't hit. He was just kind of doing like this. He was like, no, don't hit me. Don't hit me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that boundary, just something simple as that.
Yeah.
Babies are receptive. Toddlers are receptive. Children are receptive. So
that's right.
If we let things go on, they will have no boundaries. So that's just one simple thing that we can create healthy boundaries with children.
I
and
love
not wait
that.
till
Yeah.
they're a teenager
Yeah.
to create those boundaries, because now you can't do anything with them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, you ain't cool enough then. Like,
Right.
yeah, like,
Mhm.
or you just don't understand me type stuff, right?
But you'll
Yeah.
see it even when like parents don't set boundaries, but then godparents set boundaries or other places, and you'll be like, the kids out of control over here, and then they come over there and they like
They straighten up and they get it together.
because they
Yeah.
set that
boundary, and they
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah.
And they knew that the parent had no boundary or blurred boundary.
Right. No, I love that. I love that. Do we got any comments coming in? I see people checking in. Good morning,
Very
y'all.
late.
Thank
Good
y'all.
morning.
Thank y'all for being here, and we hope that y'all will make it
I
over.
think it
Yeah.
say reset.
Okay,
I
here we
think
go. Good morning. I see you, James. I appreciate you. Yes, that reset is definitely. Nisha says this is so needed. I can't wait to see what God has in store for me. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so again, if y'all just tuning in, you listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Jams, WUJM 99.1 FM, and we're talking with Kay Smith of Rise and Thrive Foundation, and she's talking about this upcoming event where she's going to be celebrating dads, y'all. So make sure that you come out. It's called Daddy, Me, and Coffee. Free lunch, free gift for the first 20 dads. Fatherhood unfiltered. Unfiltered. So
we're gonna talk about it.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, like really, like straight talk, straight.
Yes, so
Yeah.
We have some guests that are going to talk about fatherhood unfiltered, men who are going to talk about different things about fatherhood that you might not even have considered about fatherhood.
I hear that.
Just come on out and get some information, relax, get some free food, resources for dads.
Strong roots, stronger futures, real impact, real talk, y'all. Together we rise, together we thrive, working together to build better, and small moments, right? Lasting legacy, stronger bonds, and strong futures. This is amazing, man. Again, that's Saturday, June 20th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the President Barack Obama Library. And it's going to be an exciting day of connection, meaningful conversations, and strengthening family bonds through fatherhood. We hope that y'all can show up. So if there was a final thought or final message that you wanted to leave with the people about why they should be there or why any of this stuff is important to you or to all of us, what would that message be?
So the message would be generational wellness is important, not only for an individual, but for a family, for generations. And at the Rise and Thrive Foundation, we exist to disrupt the effect of life and health disparities in our community. And we want to help you rise and thrive from the inside out. Not only you, but your entire family, your entire generation. So come on out and have a wonderful day with us.
Awesome. Thank you. Rise and thrive from the inside out. Is there any other way to do it?
There's no other.
You are more than welcome to stay.
Yeah, it might get a little hot though.
It's gonna be the bumpiest ride you ever seen.
Okay, and I thank you so much for coming. Thank you, appreciate you. Thank you.
And I will see you all.
Absolutely, you see us next week. And so again, for those who are tuning in, again, it's the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Jams, WUJM. And this is an electoral season. And so it's an electoral season, electoral cycle. And so if you're a candidate and you're running for office and you're looking to get your message out, WUJM has a space for you. You can actually underwrite a show if you like to do that, or come on and talk to the people about your platform, your position, and also engage with the audience. You can do that. Contact us. You can hit the contact us button at 99jamstheberg.com, or just send us an email, get in the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club inbox, and we'll make it happen. And yeah, it say don't do that though. The sign on the door, she following instructions.
Press the button.
She following the instructions. So,
He finna go do the exactly right.
Yeah, he gonna do exactly what not to do. But before the break, y'all, we were talking about former Fire Chief Large and his absence from the NAACP candidate forum. And we were doing what the people say based upon what I asked the question about why he wasn't there, and we got a lot of different responses that came in. And so the first part of that conversation we talked about from those who was saying he had every right to go. And then there was another side that said, if you want to be mayor, you have to show up. And then the third perspective, some commenters weren't really interested in deciding whether or not he should have came. Instead, they started talking about the public infighting that's happening in the community, how it's hurting the community. There's too much at stake for personalities and old grievances. That was another perspective. That's Mr. Edmond put his hand up. And so the question that we want to ask you all, should a mayoral candidate attend every major debate regardless of who the host is? That's the question. Should mayoral candidates attend every mayoral debate regardless of who the host is? Mr. Edmonds says no.
And I say yes.
Okay.
And I say no, because like you have to be very judicious with your time when you running for office, and going to every setup or stage venue could lead you into a trap. Like, this is politics. This is the cousin of war.
Okay.
Right? And you have to move like a general, because like, I understand. I'm not saying I necessarily agree, but if he was my candidate, I would have told him not to go too. I would have said don't go.
Okay, so my candidate, I would have told him to go, but I would have prepared him for the questions that was going to happen. So you got to, like, in the battlefield, you want to know that your general gonna execute right.
Yeah.
So this is the battlefield. Like, what other place to show you that I'm more qualified than the place where I'm not welcome? Because I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna battle, like, beat these wars for you.
Okay.
So if I exclude out of it, then I'm not ready. So any fight that comes, you're gonna bow out.
No,
I mean, because this is this is your scenario.
You're gonna be judicious by every battle you fight.
No, but some of them,
they used to call that pick your battles. Is that what, okay.
Yeah, but you only. How many forms is there? No, it's only 4. Like, typically. No.
Here's what the people say. Nisha says nope. T Brown, what's good, my brother? Top of the morning. Antonio Brown says no. Nisha says it's a trap. And then UB says you put yourself in the best position to win.
There you go. But the best position to win is to be able to answer those. If I know you don't like me and you're gonna be trying to push my button, I'm coming in there thinking.
So you going to the KKK forum?
Me and my crew.
I'm going back to the KKK.
Me and my crew.
So now you got the KKK say we're doing a candidate forum for all of the candidates.
And all y'all can come.
Are you going?
Yes, with me and all my crew. Like, I'm not going by myself.
Okay.
Like, no. Hey, listen.
Okay.
Me, I'm coming.
Do you think it's going to help your campaign by participating in the debate with
could hurt it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like I say, politics is war. And
either way, it can hurt it.
Come out and say, hey, he was at the KKK rally.
And then
you get what I'm saying?
It's a 50-50 chance. You look at, I don't show up.
Okay.
It hurt me. I show up. It hurt me.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
So I hear that, and sometimes I'm at the space where if I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, I might as well don't. Like I'm really because you start pushing yourself, damned if I do, damned if I don't. In some cases, I'm like, you know what, I might as well just don't.
No, but you want me to tell you,
I might as well just don't.
But we're talking about somebody that's running for
protecting
mayor.
my peace.
No, but that's somebody that's running for mayor.
Yeah, that's right. I hear that too.
Difference. So
okay.
Listen, you look, there's steps. We talked about it, how the pastors had held at a different level. Remember, we kind of had this conversation. Yeah, we did. And we were just saying that when you're running for something, you're held at a different level. So there's some things that you can't walk away from.
You can't don't. You can't choose to don't. Right. If you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. If you're running for mayor, you better do.
Yeah,
because if you don't, you're done. So
that's mine.
No, I hear that. So the theme for today seems to be like family. And so we talked about fathers with K. We're talking about the mayoral debate, the candidate debate, and then also I saw this
proclamation.
It was a proclamation. It was an issue yesterday that came up in St. Petersburg City Council. Well, there was a proclamation. I'm trying to find my notes on this one.
The proclamation.
Mr. Edmond, he shared it. Matter of fact, he shared it. It was your share that hit me to it. So, what was your take on this, Mr. Edmond?
So, was looking at this. It was a family initiative or proclamation.
Okay.
That I guess came out a week ago or whatever around making June Family Month.
Okay.
I guess the governor did it.
The governor made it.
And then other cities are starting to do it, making Pride Month Family Month. And people who are supporting Pride is saying that it's a slap in the face to their month.
Okay.
And that is
okay. So they're not gonna. They ain't gonna like this. It ain't a slap in the face in your month. We got Black History Month. It's President's Day whole weekend doing Black History Month. We don't stop celebrating Black History Month because it's President's Day weekend.
Yeah, June is also Black Music Month.
Right. And so there's so many. When your birthday come up and you find out somebody else's birthday the same day, do you stop celebrating your birthday?
So that's the surface. That's the surface level, but the deeper level is, and because I had to do some deep research on this,
I'm
right?
still
I made
agreeing.
some comments,
Go ahead.
and so I had to check it out, right?
Okay.
I was a little deeper, and so when you go a little deeper, that's the surface. That's where I was at.
And I'm still there.
But when you go deeper, it's people feeling that they're being attacked, and they have been attacked in their faith or their. I don't know if it's
so it's Faith and Family Month that they want to do for this, and that's what it's Faith and Family Month that DeSantis want to do. We know kind of where he stand with the LGBTQ plus community, right? And with Corey to say this because he stood with the LGBTQ. I hope I'm saying it right.
No,
plus,
you're not, but okay, we know what you mean.
We know. Yeah. But y'all know I'm not being disrespectful. He stood with it, so there can be two things.
Right at the same time.
At the same time. I can support and say yes, you can have this month, but I just because I say good for you don't mean that I participate in it. Right?
Okay.
Like what's good for you ain't good for me, but I'm okay with what you do in your household. Now you're saying because I want to be Faith and Family, I'm disrespecting you. No. I'm not saying this ain't Gay Pride Month. I'm saying on top of Gay Pride Month, this is also there too.
Okay.
So
because this was mental health, Black men health before it was Gay Pride.
So I would really like to say that if we think about it from a bigger picture, right? I think that it's pitting people against each other, right? And most seriously, it is putting families against.
Hold on 1 second, caller.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Hold on. Put your headphone set on, then you'll know what's going on.
We gotta call it.
We got to call it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Caller, introduce yourself.
Yeah. Caller, we talking about faith and family, and faith and family and inclusion. Can we disagree and still get along?
Hello, this is Teresa Jones.
Hey, Miss Teresa. Good morning.
And I'm calling in about the proclamation that was presented yesterday by Councilmember Corey Gibbons.
Yes.
The original draft of that proclamation was modified to include the term inclusive families.
Okay.
And at the podium when he read the proclamation, he left out the word inclusive.
Okay.
And so the issue is based on him leaving that out, and it's perceived to have been done intentionally.
Okay.
It felt that many in the community felt that it was not including families that have same-sex parents, etc. And so if we're about families, we should be about all families. And in my opinion, Councilmember Gibbons knows that. I don't think there would have been an issue with folks from the LGBTQ community with him reading that proclamation if he simply had included all the language that was there. And subsequently, Councilmember Deborah Figgs Sanders went back and read the paragraph as it was written.
And it included the word inclusive. That was the only thing that he left out?
That's the term that he left out.
Okay.
And that was what made people feel that there had been a draft.
Yeah.
And that word had been included so that folks would not feel that it did that proclamation didn't include their family, because the faith and the organization that's been pushing that proclamation specifically says on their website that a family is composed of a man and a woman and children. And so, you know, there are plenty of families around here that have same-sex parents. There are plenty of families. I was raised in a single-parent household all my life.
Yeah.
You know, so to leave out inclusive, it made some people really feel some kind of way.
Okay. Thank you so much.
He did it intentionally.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that because we did need the context, and so thank you for calling and providing that context.
Thank you, Miss Teresa. And I did see where
so I'm trying to see
Deborah,
which one is the revised one.
I don't know. I did see where Deborah Fig-Sanders say that like she was a single mom for many years, and does that exclude her?
So here's the proclamation. I'm not sure which one was the one that was written.
That's revised.
This is the revised one right here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here's the proclamation. It says, whereas strong families serve as the foundation of thriving neighborhoods and contribute to the social, emotional, and economic well-being of communities throughout St. Petersburg. And whereas valued families come in a variety of forms, including those headed by opposite sex couple, same-sex couple, foster parents, adoptive parents, single parents, and blended families.
That's where the change at. So
that's where the change was.
But
and diverse faith communities, civic organizations, businesses, and community leaders play an important role in supporting families through mentorship, service, education, fellowship, and outreach. So let me pause here because this second whereas, it looks like it's a little more than just inclusive. Like it's not just the word inclusive right here. It says valued families come in a variety of forms, including those headed by opposite sex couple, same sex couple, foster parents, adoptive parents, single parents, and blended families. Is that, and that's why I said, I don't know what Mr. Teresa just said.
It's not that.
Is not this. And so I can see if he was reading this, knowing what I know from just engagement and experience with him, the same sex couple part was probably something that he might have left out. It didn't say inclusive though. So so that's kind of throwing me for a little bit of loop. And then it says, whereas Family and Faith Month encourages individuals, congregations, organizations, and a diversity of families to participate in activities that strengthen relationships, promote shared values, and foster meaningful connections among generations. Whereas the observance recognizes the importance of investing in children, supporting parents and caregivers, honoring grandparents and elders, celebrating diversity, and encouraging healthy and resilient relationships. And two more paragraphs. Whereas when families are strengthened and communities work together in the spirit of inclusion, service, and compassion, the entire city benefits through increased civic engagement, stronger neighborhoods, and a greater sense of belonging. And whereas the city of St. Petersburg values the contributions of residents, faith communities, and organizations that dedicate their time and resources to uplifting families and creating opportunities for future generations. Mayor Ken Welch, City of St. Pete, hereby declared June 2026 as Inclusive Family and Faith Month.
So I think like the political climate has made everybody so on guard.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what Corey intended. You know, I don't know. So I ain't gonna try to even do that. But what I am gonna say is that the family unit is all us. Your family is who your family is, no matter what they sexual preference is.
Yep.
Because I don't think the family unit excludes people because of who they sleep with.
And see, that's what what you just said caused me to take a deep breath as y'all were having this conversation when it was said that they wanted to include language that acknowledged, you know, this broader spectrum of family.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, like when I say family,
that's all of it.
Like now you pushing to put language in to like make it clear. It's like, okay, well, when I say family, I'm not being clear when I say family. What you just said is like, when I hear family, family is whatever family means to you. So when you see what I'm saying? So like, so the fact that you got to push to insert like this to make sure that your family, your idea of family is included, like that's when we start getting into those conversations about like agendas and motivations. Because when I say I'm doing something to say faith and family. And when I say family, if your family is same sex or, adopted, whatever your idea of family, when I say faith and family,
I think
that's pretty clear.
You fall in.
So
I'm with Brother John.
Why do we need to make that more clear when I say faith and family?
And I'm glad you said that, because like I just said, the political climate, they're saying that the faith and family is excluding.
Okay.
But the LPG, when you look at the Pride Month, and tell me if I'm wrong, are they excluding heterosexual relationships? I'm asking.
No. I went to Pride.
But they're not,
you know what I mean? Like I went to Pride with my family. With my family, we were at Pride. You know what I'm saying?
But they didn't go out to say heterosexuals are like.
Yeah, they didn't say all families are welcome.
Right, they promote their event for what, and it's
for their community.
For their community.
Yeah.
And if anybody else come, we're not turning you around.
Yeah.
But nobody is over here doubling down and saying at the LBGQ plus that they have to say something about heterosexual, about same-sex couple, like with a man and a woman couple. Like, so like, we're not doing this fight.
But
this is the same thing when you're talking about inclusion.
Okay.
But
it's definitely more to the story than I know. So I'll definitely acknowledge that. I'll acknowledge that I don't have the whole picture. Yeah.
But targeting. That's why
they're targeting June by saying so instead of saying Pride Month, we're gonna call it family. Okay, I see what they did. I see it. Right there. It's at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says Family and Faith Month, but then the revised says Inclusive Family and Faith Month.
Because I think Family and Faith Month is what the governor was doing. Put it in your machine, Brother John.
Okay.
I think this is what the governor was like.
Family and Faith. Okay. And then it was revised to put this word in, inclusive family. And then this second paragraph is another thing that was revised to change. So we'll do that. We can maybe do a comparison so that you can see.
We really got to do it.
Because I don't want to be unjust and I don't want to be skewed.
And I don't want nobody.
Yeah.
And listen, I believe love, like wherever you go, whatever you like. I'm not one of them people. I don't dictate other people's households.
Yeah.
But I don't like nobody to dictate mine.
Okay.
And typically what you have is, and again, I would love to have somebody in the community that comes out and talk about it. Is my problem? My problem is because I'm heterosexual. I feel, that I'm attacked.
What?
Because
hold on. You feel attacked for real? No, I'm just asking.
As somebody who likes a traditional household, if I say that, I feel that I'm attacked because I can't just say this is where I stand without including you in there. No, that's not my household, but I respect yours.
Yeah.
So respect mine. And so where you demand respect for people to accept where you at, you don't want to accept other people where they're at. And that's the part that I personally have a problem with. Like if we're talking about inclusion, except that I'm on the other side.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on.
It is, and then here's the other thing that Q, you just kind of reminded me of this thing too. Like it's one thing to be supportive of an issue, right? It's another thing to be opposing an issue,
right?
And I think that's the line that, particularly when you in these offices like elected officials, like I don't have to support you. But I also don't have to oppose you. You know what I mean? Because I don't support you. And I think that's, you know what I mean? But because what happens is if I just don't support you, you automatically thinking that I'm opposing you.
That's where politics at. That's why I started with what I started with, because that's where we're at with politics.
Okay.
Like you have to either be on one side or the other. Ain't no I don't oppose you, but I don't support you either. Well, you opposing me.
Yeah.
That's where politics at.
You either for me or you against me. Yeah. There is no middle ground.
And that's not necessarily true.
I thought I always used to hear about middle ground and being able to reach the common ground and all of that stuff.
The middle ground.
Okay.
They're erasing the middle class. They're erasing the middle ground.
You gotta okay.
Me, I'm more like, hey man, God bless y'all all.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for it. Right? It's too much going on.
So we're all on the same. Like I mean, here we're on like God bless, like here. I could just say we're on the same page. Like listen, do you, but let me do me. right? And be okay with me doing me, and I'm gonna be okay with you doing you. And then you can't force me to do you, just like I can't force you to do me.
All right, so I got a hot take. We're gonna talk about unity now. Let's talk about this. And so, because earlier this year, no, it might have been last year, I did a presentation called "United and Divided," and we were talking about this idea of unity over division. And this was prompted. Thank you, Cliff, for chiming in. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Charlie Funk, roll call. He present and accounted for. We were looking for you earlier, Charlie. So thank you for being here. Cliff Bryan, good morning. I see you. Roll call. He's here. He's present and accounted for. Thank you. But he said, Cliff said, long story short, this is all meant to divide us.
Yep.
And
that's right, Cliff.
And here's the thing, though. What I'm seeing.
That's right, though.
Is this unity that we seek attainable? Because unity, most people unite on shared and common values. But if we have different values, right? And I mean, using this as an example, if you value uplifting the challenges, struggles, trials, of the LGBT community, and you're advocating for, the rights and, all of those things, if that's what you're about based upon your values, if I don't share those values, is unity possible among us?
Okay, I will say this. If we focus on what we don't have, what we don't align with, it's not possible. But we can find a common ground. But usually we go and pick, oh, you're a Muslim, I'm a Christian, you Catholic. And then we focus on that, but then we exclude that we all live here and we all want everybody to thrive. We get distracted with the loud noise that don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
So if we go back and look at what we all have in common, I think unity is possible. But it's hard because you go negativity.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I'm telling you the truth. I'm really starting to reconsider this whole, all we have to do is unite, not reconsidering unity, but understanding like it's just some people who you're not going to be able to unite with.
Brother John,
like it's just people who you're not.
Uniformity. I learned that from you.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And I think what we have a false sense of what unity is.
Thank you.
And what true unity is not what we
think it is. Thank you.
Because we think unity is uniformity. We got the same shirt on, same hat on, sleeping in bed with the same people.
Yeah.
That's what we think unity is.
Yeah.
But that's uniformity.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
But unity itself is the different shades.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like
you have to have differences in order to bring the unit together.
Family, we calculated everything into the family.
Yeah.
LGBTQ, white, black skin tone, single mother, double mother.
And see, that's my surface level.
We counted that. But then when somebody else look at it, when they say family and traditional family, they're just thinking about a man and a woman. But that ain't been our reality.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So our reality is dictating.
So when you see this based upon your lived experience, you're going to react to it differently.
Exactly.
So because when I see Faith and Family Month, I'm like, good job. But then somebody who has a different lived experience, they say, oh, we need to add inclusive faith and family.
It's your trauma. It's your trauma. And when you look at it, you say, I wasn't included in so many times. So now you need to make sure my name is in there because you skipped me so many times. I'm never going to be skipped again.
Okay.
That's part of the division.
Yeah.
They want to divide us on those little minute issues. And I ain't saying these are not serious issues.
Please don't say they little minute.
The reason I say minute because on the grand scheme, we have bigger issues to tackle.
Yeah.
On the grand scheme, that's why.
But if it's you, then what's bigger than that issue? You see what I'm saying? That's when we get into it.
That was my thing because when I seen the story, I didn't read the story. I just seen the cover, and I was like, "Dang, all this shit we got going on in this." And they talking about
we ain't gonna acknowledge that. Then I'll go ahead. Just keep going. If you act like it didn't happen, it didn't happen.
Because I did the last I did.
But the reality, like you said, these are people's real issues. These are people's real problems, and trying to minimize them.
Yeah,
it's actually more offensive and just as offensive as whatever happened.
Yeah,
and that ain't what I want to do. But
right.
I do want to say, hey, we have some big issues in front of us.
Real deal.
And we need to save some breathing room and some oxygen to try to tackle these big issues. Then we can get down to the other issues.
Absolutely.
Ancillary, like they call it main and ancillary.
So what we're gonna do? We have 2 minutes left. I think this was a very robust conversation. Y'all, I'm queuing this up for Monday. So Monday we're gonna talk about effective polarization. Effective polarization that's the tendency of voters to not only disagree with opposing political parties on policy, but to intensely dislike, distrust, and view them as a moral threat. And we'll double click on it to talk about this.
What we talking about earlier?
We was talking about it, but it's actually a technical term called effective polarization. Effective with an A, different from the effective with an E. But we'll talk about that. But right now, we want to remind you in the time that we have left, there's a lot happening this weekend. Teen takeovers has been a big part of the conversation, dominating the narrative. We'll double click on that on Monday as well. But in the meantime, tonight there's a teen takeover at Bethel.
Yes,
Bethel community.
It's a teen takeover at Bethel. Big shout out to candidate Miss.
Who is it? I saw Louis Stevens too.
Oh, okay.
Qiana, darling.
Okay. No, I just saw Louis Stevens. I didn't see it.
Louis Stevens and Qiana is doing it together.
Okay, gotcha. And they're doing the first part is with faith leaders,
right?
And then the second part is regarding the teen takeovers and what teens can be doing.
I got faith.
Yeah,
but don't worry about it.
But make sure that they include you, my brother. That they excluded you from being a faith leader, right? Anybody can be a faith leader if you want to. Everybody's welcome. Oh, dog. You ready for that one? You ready for that one? No. And then also tomorrow, 6/13, another opportunity for teen youth to get engaged. A community block party hosted by Keyshawn's Corner at Lake Vista. So y'all make sure that y'all pull up for that. It's going to be an amazing opportunity. And then we'll share these events.
Fusion 49th.
Fusion 49th. Yeah, tomorrow. Yes, the community gathering space. So make sure that you pull up over at the Trolley Market Square. So it's a lot to do. You can go to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club page. We'll be posting all of these events, sharing them with you so that you can find something for you and your family. Look, no pun intended, right? To be present. So yeah, great stuff, y'all. Good ride this morning.
Yes, it was.
Stay tuned
for Sister Hughes.
Lose your shoes and shout all around the house. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And we out.
Bye.